Hey, everybody. This is Chef Ashley Shep. I know it's been a while. If you've been following me, you know that things have been crazy on my in my little area of the world. We just bought a house and I'm expecting, there's the bump, due in October. So now more than ever, I really don't have time to be in the kitchen all day. So I wanted to share a really quick recipe, not even really a recipe, just like a suggestion of things you can do if you don't have time, like I don't have time. And this was inspired by one of the members of my Facebook group, the Food Fam with Chef Ashley Shep. And it's basically just a community where you can share recipes. We talk about different cooking techniques. If there's different things that you don't have time to try out, someone else might be willing to try it out. So definitely check it out. I'll see if I can pin a link to it in the comments for you so you can try that out. But while you guys are coming on in, let me know what you're having for dinner tonight, even if it's something you picked up. No shame. With this, basically we're gonna be making like it's gonna be closer to a curry, but not using coconut milk, so it won't be liquidy. Between kind of like a cross between a curry and a stir fry. And the reason why I'm doing that is because one of our members in the Food Fam, she actually did a shrimp lo mein, and she inspired me, and I was like, oh, I should do that tonight. So I was like, okay, I already have my rice noodles, and I've never used this brand before, and so I was like, okay, let me check it out. So I look at the back. Let me show you the back of it. Whoop. Okay, the back of this thing says, soak rice stick in warm water for 60 minutes. Now y'all know, I don't have 60 minutes to do anything, and you probably don't have 60 minutes either. So instead of just getting rid of the whole entire idea of doing the stir fry or the lo mein like she did, I'm actually just gonna use rice. And I have those little like instant rice cups. And so I'm not gonna just throw the whole thing away because, or throw the whole idea away, because I know a lot of times you might see a recipe and you're like, oh, I don't have that one ingredient. So this is something that's really gonna show you how to do it on the fly. You can substitute pretty much everything in this and not feel like it's not still gonna taste good. So what I'm doing is I'm actually, I am soaking the noodles, but I'm not gonna use those tonight. So those are actually going to be for leftovers. So, all right. So tonight, all right, let's see. We have Conrad. Hey, Conrad. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Amber. Amber says she had pork chops. Oh, nice. We are making, Jennifer's not on. Conrad tagged Jennifer. That's messy, but that's a good way to get dinner done. So I'm going to flip down this way so you all can see what I'm doing. Well, let me show you the veggies first. So, since this is, like I said, super last minute, I just got home about 30 minutes ago, and these are the things I had in my pantry and my fridge. So these are actually just baby carrots that I had sealed up. They're left over. I used my food saver to reseal the bag. And I just cut them in half so that they'll cook more evenly. I had a zucchini that was left over, and then I always have onions because I love onions. Don't tell Marshall that there's onions in here, because he thinks I don't cook with them, or no, he doesn't like onions. He knows I cook with them. But anyway, so I cut everything up lengthwise, about the same length. And when you're doing a stir fry, what that's gonna do is it's gonna help it cook faster, or it's gonna help it cook more evenly. I'm gonna start with the carrots because they're harder and they're gonna need more time to cook. So for my sauce, I basically, since I didn't have soy sauce, that's another thing. If you don't use soy sauce or don't have soy sauce, like me, I didn't. I used hoisin sauce instead. And it's not the same thing, but it's still gonna give me the Asian-esque flavor that I'm looking for. It's kind of like an Asian barbecue sauce, like a loose way to explain that. And then I had some Thai red curry paste. Once again, if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. You could really just do this with soy sauce and rice vinegar. If you just had soy sauce, that's fine. If you don't want to use soy sauce, you can do coconut aminos. Bragg's is a really popular brand that people use. And then I have some seasoned rice vinegar. And then I just did some ginger paste and some garlic. And so over in my wok, I just have some oil. I would have preferred to use coconut oil because it cooks at a higher temperature. But once again, I don't have it, so I'm not using it. So I'm just using olive oil. All right, so I'm gonna do this over medium heat, and I'm gonna add in my carrots first. I'm gonna put you all down. Oh, I didn't show you the sauce. So this is what my sauce looks like. Of course, taste it to make sure it's to your liking. Add or subtract things. I could also do some brown sugar in there, and that would just kind of sweeten it up a little bit. I'll see if I want to. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm gonna take my carrots and I'm gonna add those in. And I could do my zucchini at the same time. It really just depends on your level of how soft you want your veggies to be. I am gonna do my onions at the same time as well, just because I don't want them to be crunchy. And if you didn't have these veggies, that's perfectly fine. These are not necessarily stir-fried veggies. I just picked them because I had them. So you could do, like I have green beans that are about to go bad. I'm gonna add those last, just because I do want those to be crunchy. Just because that's how I like how they taste. So totally up to you as your preference. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season my vegetables. Oftentimes I hear that people are like, oh, my vegetables don't taste good, or my kids won't eat my vegetables or whatever. And think about if you're seasoning them. If you're not putting anything on them besides like salt and pepper, or butter is kind of a fallback, or olive oil is something that people use, but actually season your vegetables. So since I'm doing an Asian dish, I'm gonna use white pepper. And for this, it's kind of like it's a more intense flavor than black pepper. And don't judge me, since I have this giant container, I have to be careful not to spill it all in there. But since I know this is a seasoning that I use a lot, I went ahead and got it from Restaurant Depot, which if you're a chef, you can go there. But Costco, Sam's Club, any kind of like big box store, even online at Amazon, they have this as well. Kroger, they have smaller ones, so don't feel like you have to get that size. I'm also going to add in garlic powder. And onion powder. Yes, I'm going to stir this. I'm also going to put I'm also going to use those same seasonings on the shrimp that I'm doing with it. And if you have time, you could actually marinate your shrimp in your sauce. I'm not doing that today because I don't have time, so that's fine. So instead, I'll just go ahead and sprinkle these same things. I have some shrimp defrosting in the sink. And the reason why I picked shrimp is because it's a really quick protein. It was frozen. Just from Kroger. It was frozen shrimp, and so it defrosts really quickly, and it's something I can get on the table in about 15 minutes. So I just rinsed cold water over them. They're in a colander or a strainer, and I'm going to go ahead and season them with the same seasons that I put on here. And then when my veggies are the level of crispness that I like them, then I'm going to add my sauce in and just kind of mix everything together. Normally, if I was adding in the noodles, I would add them in the last couple minutes. And if you've never used these before, don't be afraid, because it gives you the directions for stir fry. But like I said, since we're doing rice today, I don't have to worry about adding those in at the last minute. So what I will do is after the 60 minutes that they need to do their thing in the pan, then I'll add them in. I'll like reheat my food up a little bit to kind of get the same kind of situation going on. If you're just now joining us, this is a stir-fry curry situation that was inspired by, oh, I didn't even say her name, inspired by Bernadette Harris, and she's a very active member of the Food Fam Facebook group. And so if you are looking for different ideas, different recipes, if you're looking for people you can just talk to food about because you like to eat, then you definitely need to join the Food Fam with Chef Ashley Shep. I put a link in the comments. Let me see if I can pin it for you guys so it'll stay. There we go. So it should stay at the bottom for you. So wherever you are joining in from, let us know what you're having for dinner, even if you bought it from the store, or not bought from the store, even if you rolled through the drive-thru. So, all right, I'm going to check out what comments are saying. Hey, Lisa, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Nikki. And hey, Brittany. So we're doing a quick stir-fry curry situation. It was inspired by Bernadette. Brittany and Nikki are actually in the Food Fam as well, and so is Dawn. So if you guys saw earlier today, Bernadette posted a shrimp lo mein that she did, and so I'm doing something similar, but I just used stuff I had on hand. So I'm gonna let you see what's going on in our pan. And so I used carrots, onions, and I'm gonna add in my zucchini right now. And zucchini has a lot of water content in it, which for our stir fry is, it's fine. If it becomes too watery, what I can just do is let it cook longer and it will cook out of it. So, those are flexible. I'm probably gonna add some more seasonings to that. And then, I have some shrimp that I'm using that I'm going to season real quick with my same ingredients. All right, so let's see. Hey, Lynn. All right, Nikki says she's having barbecue chicken, mac and cheese, and baked beans. Okay, we're coming to your house, Nikki. All right, so I got my shrimp. These are just from the freezer, straight from the deep freezer, nothing fancy. And I'm gonna season it with the same seasonings that I used before. So we got some garlic powder, and really garlic powder I put on everything. Onion powder I put on everything. It's like a good base layer of deliciousness that just makes everything kind of stick together. And also I'm using a wok, but if you don't have a wok, do not feel like you're inadequate. You can use a pan. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. If you didn't want to use shrimp, like if your kids don't like shrimp or you don't have shrimp, you can definitely use other meats, or you could actually just make this a veggie version. And the way you would change it, sorry, and make sure I don't put too much white pepper because this is kind of spicy. If you use, and actually I should put this, sorry, let me put this up under here so I have less to clean up later. If you were to do a veggie version, then you, of course, would just add more veggies to it and do different types of veggies. You could do like a bok choy at the end. You could do a spinach at the end. Broccoli works really well in stir fry. Pretty much any kind of veggies that you like, you can feel free to put them in there. If you were using like a chicken or a steak or something like that, let me give you all a little update. So it's getting a nice little situation going on here. Smells wonderful. And that's our sauce that we're going to use. I'll tell you what's in that in a second if you're just tuning in. But if you were using a different kind of meat, then you would cook the meat first. So you would put your oil in the pan, then you're going to cook the meat. Cook the meat before you cook your vegetables, so that way you can make sure it's going to cook really quickly, or that it's going to cook all the way through. With shrimp, I don't really have to worry about that because it cooks literally in less than 5 minutes. Especially on a hot wok like this. So, all right, let's see. Oh, Dawn's mama's in town. She's just having her leftovers. Nice. And Nikki has peach cobbler. Nikki, stop showing off. Okay, that's not nice. All right. Okay. So I can't tell how long I've been on. Can somebody give me a time check? Because I was trying to keep it under 15 minutes to show how quick this really is. So if you can see your timer, let me know in the comments. But the last veggie I'm gonna add are some green beans. And the only reason I'm adding them, actually I'm gonna wait to add them after my shrimp. But the only reason I'm adding them is because they are on their last leg and I'm trying to